Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, oh my God, I am just so happy this morning. I am ecstatic. The Cowboys are 8-4. The haters are back out and talking trash about them and everything else. And in a week from tomorrow, we will have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Washington football team at that toxic waste dump, FedEx Field. But you know what? We gonna have fun. We are gonna have a ball. I don't know how many people are going to be just there for the tailgate, because I know a lot of people already had their tickets. I had some people that said they wanted to get tickets together and everything else. And it's amazing because I think I've got over 60. I got to finish doing the count because we had a bunch more people that are joined in last night. So it's going to be section 325 is going to be Cowboys blue, because I know we're putting at least 60 people up in that section, at least 60 people. We are going to take that mother humper over, and we're going to take Red Zone Lot over too, because we got, I know, another 50, 75 people that are coming just to support the team. We're going to be tailgating there. We're going to be having a party. This will be like the first big get-together had really in 2 years, since the last time we were at FedEx Field 2 years ago. I can't wait. Oh, my God, I can't wait. I got my man Jet D, who's going to be doing some brisket. We're going to be doing pulled pork. And since we are undefeated with the big sub, we are undefeated. Every time I've done the 3-foot sub here, we have won. So to keep this thing going, we are going to do a couple of pulled pork 3-foot subs. In fact, wait a minute, I might be able to get a 6-foot one. We might do a 6-foot pulled pork sub. The pulled pork, the coleslaw and all that. Now tell me that, that's going to be the way we do it. But anyway, we are going to rock and roll. We're going to have a ball. We are going to do that shit up, and we're going to have a great time. So I'm going to be doing the final count in here. If by chance more of you guys want to do something, after I talk to Joe in about an hour, I'll see if there's still a possibility to get more seats in that section at that $199 a price. And trust me, $199 for that section without fees or anything else, there's no fees on it, is a great price. Try and get those on tickets on StubHub or something like that. Anyway, I'm also happy because my team has, after playing 3 games in 12 days, which is the gauntlet, which is literally, it's just hell. It's hell. It's hard physically on the body. They get rewarded by having 10 days between the next game. It gives them a little extra rest before they take on their heated rival, the Washington football team. And we're also getting rewarded with more troops. We're going to be getting Neville Gallimore back. We already got DeMarcus Lawrence back, who doesn't looking bad. We got Amari Cooper back, of course, this game, but he looked like he was winded. He's got 10 more days to help get back in shape and get over the flu-like symptoms. We got, of course, Tristan Hill coming off suspension. And we may even get Randy Gregory for this stretch run. For me, I'm excited. You know, yesterday it was all doom and gloom. The Cowboys, they didn't win impressively. They're not you know what? Who knows what a Super Bowl team is? You could have said the exact same thing about Tampa Bay, who at this time last year was 7-5. They weren't 7-5 leading their division. They were 7-5 looking up at a team that kicked their ass twice, blew them out, New Orleans. But yet that team went on to win the Super Bowl. So we don't know. I'm not going to say that this is a Dallas Cowboy team that's headed to the Super Bowl. I'm not doing that. But I'll say I believe we're headed to the playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah. And I told you guys, listen, come here to the Joe Boo Sports Report. I'm not going to give you bullshit. I'm not going to give you bullshit. If you watch me on a regular basis, when we were high flying, the offense was killing people, the defense was going good, I told you guys, listen, we're not going, 16-1. I said we're going to go through some adversity and bad times in there. You're going to have parts where the ball don't bounce your way, where you're going to have injuries, where you're going to have hard times. I told you guys that was going to happen. It happens to everybody. Every single team out there has gone through a rough patch. I don't care if you're talking about Green Bay. I don't care if you're talking about the Bills. I don't care if you're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Rams, the Cardinals. Well, they lost their quarterback, but they're still up there. I'm still not quite sure about them yet. But everybody goes through those hard times. It's how you recover. And when you put that we had 12 days with 3 games, and you had 3 of those games without Tyron Smith, you had all of those games with the injured Zeke Elliott, you had Dak Prescott coming off of an injury and still dealing with that. You lost you just got Michael Gallup back, and you lost CeeDee Lamb for a game and a half. You like Amari Cooper for 2 games. You reshuffled the offensive line. You lost Randy Gregory. You lost Brett Urban. You can look and say, yeah, well, that's a lot of shit that kind of happened. But now, those guys are coming back. Now, you've got your division to take care of, and they feel real good. And I got a lot of stuff I got going on, so this morning is going to be a little bit shorter than usual. Tomorrow is my wife's birthday. And it's funny because my birthday was on a football Sunday, too, this year. So we're actually, what we're doing is we're actually taking care of her today. So I may not be on quite as much. See, that's why I surprised her. I took care of Mom. I'm handling business because, see, she understands I'm always wearing paint-covered clothes and holy jeans and everything else because I'm like, if I put good stuff on, they're going to become the bad stuff. So why wear good stuff if I'm going to be working all day? And, of course, she's gotten to the point after being together for 18 years, she just knows he's going to be a bum. So I put on a nice pair of jeans, unstained shirt, and she's like, oh. So I'm going to take her out, get her nails done. We'll go looking at, to like the tile shop and look at tile and bathroom fixtures and things, window shopping. Yeah, things that she really likes to do. We'll go do those things. And then tomorrow, her friends and stuff, they're going to do their celebration with her while we watch football. So, that's what a relationship is giving and taking and making sure you spend the time with that significant other. And last night, if you watched my live stream, my boy, Philly 500, was saying I was crazy talking about Micah Parsons, very Lawrence Taylor-esque. Interesting. He told me I was crazy. He's like, how dare you? Well, I want to play this little clip over here from Pro Football Talk, and I want you to listen to this, okay? Because it's not just me.
Knows the Saints very well from his time with the Atlanta Falcons, and that defense has the capability to play at a very high level, too, and make things happen. We saw Trayvon Diggs get another interception. He's got 9. Micah Parsons is incredible. First rookie since Joey Bosa with a sack in 5 straight games. Set the rookie record with his 10th sack of the season. Cowboys defense, good enough. Offense, good enough. If they can just get some consistency, Peter, they can be a force in the NFC, and they can go deep into January. And, they're one of the teams, and we're waiting for one of these teams to just consistently put it together. No one seems to want to do it right now, other than maybe the Green Bay Packers. We're overlooking the Packers, how consistent they've been. But for the most part, there are flaws with these teams, but there are also, for the best teams, some very good things that if they show up on a regular basis, these teams have the capacity to make things happen in January.
Look, Mike,
here we go.
I've thought this in the last couple of weeks, and it's almost like you don't want to say it because it makes you sound like a fanboy. It really does.
Here we go.
I covered Lawrence Taylor for 4 seasons in his prime. 1985 to 1988. And I saw him do some great things. And I'm just telling you that the closest guy I've seen to Lawrence Taylor in all the years since is Micah Parsons.
Oh!
And his pursuit, his instinct, that play that we showed, the sack, the 13-yard sack on Taysom Hill, was the key point to quashing any hope that the Saints had in this game. Watch. I mean, Taysom Hill, he knows that he's supposed to. You got to get rid of it. Can't take the sack. Can't take the sack. Micah Parsons did not let him breathe on this play. And all I'm saying is that this guy is doing incredible special things just 12 games into his NFL career. Mm-hmm. And, Mike, I don't know. I haven't really given this enough thought yet. But he's not only in the running for Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, at least in
Oh!
And I'm looking at the top 12 picks in the 2021 draft. It's always fun to do this, to look at the teams and say, you could have had Micah Parsons instead of, and you could look at the lines and say Penei Sewell at 7, and Sewell has been disappointing so far. And it's that Parsons has been off the charts great. But one thing that stands out to me is a team that didn't pick in the top 12, a team that had the ability, if it wanted, to take Micah Parsons one spot before the Cowboys took him, and that would be, Peter, the New York Giants. They were there at 11. They opted to trade down. When they didn't get Devontae Smith, that was the guy that Dave Gettleman and company were locked onto. The Eagles bumped up to get Smith, so the Giants think, well, we can trade down and still get Kadarius Toney, and it worked out, but could have had Micah Parsons. Could have had the next Lawrence Taylor. What better place for the next Lawrence Taylor to be, Peter, than on the New York Giants? And, alternate universe out there somewhere with just that one little tweak where they say, maybe we should take the kid from Penn State instead. You just wonder where the Giants would be right now if they had done that with the 11th overall pick instead of trading down.
Yeah.
But here's the interesting thing, Mike. I know the Giants really like Micah Parsons and thought about Micah Parsons. That was the word on the draft street in the middle of April. And look, it's hard to fault the Giants coming out of here when you're able to get, you're able to move down, I think, 9 spots, right? And pick up extra picks, including an extra 1 next year. So, and that 1 is going to be very high. So, and you're right. Obviously, knowing what you know now, you'd stay where you are and you'd take Micah Parsons. But I still think the Giants did a smart thing with that pick.
Okay.
I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe.
No, thank you for sharing that with us. We appreciate that. Here's the thing. I think I understand now why Philly 500 is swearing up and down that, no, he's not that good. You're crazy. It's because they had the opportunity to draft that guy. They had the opportunity. Instead, they gave us the opportunity and an extra pick, a 3rd-round pick. Understand how big that was. Can you imagine where the Dallas Cowboys would be right now had we not traded with the Eagles and got Micah Parsons? Do you think this defense would be as good as it is without Micah Parsons? Because, he talked about that sack on Tyson Hill. Yeah, that sack was big. But did you also see that pass defense that led to an interception when they're driving? They make that reception. They got the ball down there on, the 7-8 yard line? They're getting a score. There were 2 huge moments right there by that guy. So when Philly, you say he's not Lawrence Taylor, he's a game changer. Game changer. You know you can't let this guy sack you. He gets the sack. He's all over the field, from Mike linebacker, from rushing over the nose of the center, on the outside. He's forcing the run stopping. He's sacking people. He's in the top 10 in sacks as a part-time edge rusher. This guy, like I've said, it's almost comical. It's almost comical how I say things here on this channel and people say, you're crazy. So you hear them say, well, you know, you have to stop talking about him just being rookie defensive player of the year. You have to put him in the conversation of being defensive player of the year. I was saying that 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. The Lawrence Taylor part, I'm saying that for a little while. Now everybody else is coming around to it. And it won't be the last person that'll start comparing him to it. If he continues and gets another sack this weekend coming up, gets his 6th game in a row with at least 1 sack, boy, there are no comparables. He already has more sacks than Lawrence Taylor's rookie season. So, yeah, that guy, to me, he is the team's MVP this year. You can call me crazy. I know people will say, you know, Diggs, of course, on the defensive side with the 9 interceptions. I say, yeah, that's really good. That's great. I mean, that's outstanding. And in any other case, I would say, yeah. But the things that Micah Parsons is doing are unheard of. So we'll see where all that goes. Let me get up here and get the final count on these tickets and things and get that going, and then I'm going to be taking Mama out to get her nails done.